For many years, I've wanted to build a cheap street project. As a matter of fact, every project I start, I have that same concept in mind. Though, cheap usually turns expensive in a bit of a hurry. But this time, I think we're really gonna go for it. And this little Ford Ranger, well, it's our starting ground, knocking engine and all. I'm Heathen, and you're watching Heathen's Garage.
Now, it could be you're looking at this truck and thinking, that's the wrong Ranger, man. It's too new, it's an extended cab, it's too heavy, it's not the right one if you're trying to get a truck for drag racing. Well, then you'd be right. It's a little bit heavy, it's a little bit beat up, there's got some nicks and scratches, but this is Project Cheap Street. The deal is, this was really, really affordable. Like $300 affordable. But there's also some other reasons why it's good. One of those is, it's basically a stripper model completely. Like, it's got no AC, it's got no cruise, it's got like manual windows and locks, and it's got a rubber floor. Aside from the fog lights, which is great, I think it has maybe one other option. That option comes in the way of this rear end. Not this part. Under there. It has an 8.8 with 410 gears and a limited slip. At least according to the tag. Now, it's got a lot of miles on it, so the limited slip's probably wore out. But you throw a set of slicks on the back, it'll probably do. 410 gears are ideal. The 8.8's probably not going to break. That's a big bonus. Now, the engine we're using for this project, well, I'm kind of a Ford and a Ford guy. So, as such, what we have here is a 302 short block. Except it's a bear. It's just a block. There's no guts in it at all. Now, if you are regular watchers, you'll know that we tore this thing down during a 3-engine teardown where we had a Dodge and a Chevy and a Ford. And as it turned out of my 3 engines on stands, well, the only one that had everything sort of savable was the Ford. Which started this project, if we're honest, because it's like, well, this engine will do. Now, I've already got the crank and pistons and rods over at Buddy Logan's machine shop. And, I don't know, like, it'll be alright. It's just a 302. It's probably the worst 302 you could choose, because it's a mid-late 70s block, and they had a 20-toler deck height, so they had, less compression, and they had a flat tappet cam instead of a roller cam, and there's lots of reasons not to love the choice I made here, especially when we had better options. But this one came from Mike Barkley from Barkley Built, and I don't know, paid $50 for this engine. Hard to turn down $50 engine, especially when it's from a buddy. So that's the start of it anyways. Now, you might be wondering, what's going to be so impressive about this truck with a boring old 302? It's not even one of the good ones. It's from the mid-70s. They made 120 horsepower, probably less than the 3-liter that was in this thing. But, happily, with the help of a few special people, we're going to take care of that problem. To start with, we have this awesome torque converter. It came courtesy of Total Transmissions out of Chicago. They actually contacted me and said, hey man, we really like the video you made with your Turbo 400. Do you have any other stuff you're building in the future? And I said, well, yes I do, as a matter of fact. So they have custom built this converter. It is for a Ford AOD.
Let's talk about Total Transmissions Chicago for just a second. Because I'll tell you something, they gave us that torque converter free of charge, and we really appreciate it. If you're looking for any transmission hard parts or torque converters, check out their website. They also sell on Amazon or eBay if you desire that extra layer of security. I found them to be extremely easy to deal with, and I'm sure they would love to hear I sent you. They also have a Facebook page and an Instagram account. Go give them a follow.
And it's about 2,500 stall, somewhere in there, which happily fits this camshaft, because I sent him the specs for this. Now, this cam came recommended courtesy of Sylvan Lake Auto Parts, who also, free of charge and very happily, supplied us with some sealed power pistons.
Sylvan Auto Parts, located in Sylvan Lake, Alberta, is one of Central Alberta's last hot rod shops that's, still functioning and working and has some knowledgeable staff that can actually help you out with hot rod parts. Now, the owner, Matt, is a resident Ford expert, which is extremely beneficial to me at this point in time because I'm not a resident Ford expert and we're going Ford on a Ford. Now, they can get you just about anything if you need hot rod parts. They can also get you standard replacement parts if that's what you're after. Key to the point of why I want to shop here is because they support the Rimbey racetrack, and they are sponsoring the Friday Night Street Legal program this summer, which I'm a big fan of. So if you're looking for parts in Alberta, hopefully you'll try Sylvan Auto Parts.
Now, they're flat tops, they've got big valve reliefs, they should work really well with these, which these were not free. But they also were the cheapest ones I could find. Now, they came straight from Alibaba, which, if we're honest, I don't know what to think about Alibaba, but they were certainly cheaper than any other way of getting those. Now, I can see a world in which you're saying, Ethan, you already have like 4 projects on the go trying to make race cars, but what are you doing with this? Well, this one isn't for me. Like, I'll end up using it, but it's not for me.
Enter the fairly new NHRA program called Junior Street. The program is designed for 14 to 16-year-olds to have an opportunity to experience drag racing in a full-size car. And it just so happens this week's tamed racing driver is my 14-year-old cousin Heathen. Now, Heath has learned how to drive in this Ranger, engine knocking and all. So it seems only right that she learns to drag race in it too. The rules of Junior Street are 1/8 mile, slower than 9 seconds, with the licensed driver in the passenger seat. In Rimbey, there'll also be solo by-runs due to the amount of medical staff on hand. Now, I'm hoping that the engine package we're putting together puts us just a little bit quicker than 9.0, and we can slow it down to keep from breaking out.
So you've seen the truck, you've seen the plan for the engine, you've seen the differential. You've even seen a torque converter. But there's a piece that we're missing still. And that piece will come courtesy of this. This is a 1988 Ford Crown Victoria. It's got racing stripes. It's got mismatched numbers on it. And it was our very first race car out here. Like, dedicated, meant only to rallycross. So why the old Crown Vic? Well, is a Ford AOD the best transmission to choose? Definitely not this one. This one has all forward gears. Don't matter what gear you put it in, it's going forward. You put it in reverse, it's going forward. You put it in neutral, it's going forward. Well, I think we can fix that. The reality is, this old girl's just been here for long enough. It's time to, retire it. And I couldn't think of a more worthy project. Also, it was the only Ford automatic on the premises that would mate to a 302. So, really narrowed down my options there a little bit. I think it'll do. I think with a little bit of love, we can make an AOD last behind a mild 302. Maybe a little bit better than mild. We're sure going to give it a try. Now, arguably, for those about to suggest it, this would have been a better 5-liter to choose, because this is a roller cam block. But we already have the other one, and this engine might have a different purpose in my mind somewhere, Like, I have other plans for that 5-liter. In the meantime, I think that's probably where we should start, is get the transmission out of this so we have the whole package, all the pieces. see all that on a future episode of Heathen Garage. Thanks for watching and subscribing. Bye. Admittedly, that could have went better. Perfect.
Well, Victoria's making its last trip around the dirt track, I guess. It's too bad. It's the end of an era, I guess, or whatever.